Welcome back to Dialogue Tree Season 2. This is episode 18. I'm Matthew Peterson, as always, joined by the illustrious Daniel Astolfo Padilla.
Hola, amigo. ¿Cómo estás?
How you doing, Daniel?
Dude, can I just say I fucking hate that nickname, man. We're not gonna give any context to that nickname. You heard the nickname. If you want to look it up, you can. We're not gonna engage in that.
I mean, you probably won't. Well, anyways, there's other Astolfo media.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. All right, I guess it's not so bad. What's going on, Doug?
I don't know how long this episode is going to be. It'll be at least like half an hour, but my dad's going to get his COVID shot, so I'm going with him in a bit.
Oh, nice.
So that's why I have to leave.
How are y'all feeling about it?
It's really early for this bracket or whatever, but it's good so they can finally, not get sick at the store. Still have to go out and do stuff. It's still like 2 weeks till you get the second shot or whatever. So
yeah,
I don't know how safe you are after getting the first one.
I mean, it's the way that I understand it does provide some kind of something, but you're not. It won't be obviously, it won't be as high as when you get the second shot or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice, dude. Nice. I'm glad that you and your family will be, able to feel a little safer. Well, I'll just say it's terribly cold in here, dude. It's not even it's not even that the temperature is all that bad. It's just it's incredibly windy. I don't know what the deal is, but like the place that I am in is not very well insulated at all. I think I've told you, I don't know that I mentioned on the show, but I think I've definitely told you how there's like permanent air conditioners on the windows.
Yeah.
Which is, whatever. But like they're just not very well insulated at all. They had, maintenance came over the other day because I'd put a work request for that like a few weeks ago. And what they did was put in like a weird nylon cover over one of the air conditioners. Like that's helped for sure, but it's still like a lot of the cold air still filters through,
Yeah.
And even yesterday it was so windy that it just kept popping off. I had to tape I had to fucking tape the nylon cover on to the air conditioner because otherwise it would just keep popping off. Because it was so windy, and that just tells you how much cold air is actually filtering in.
Right.
Which is just not only is it like uncomfortable because it's so cold, but it's also like inefficient because there's a lot of like heating. There's like radiators and whatever that are like putting in a lot of, bringing in a lot of like warm air in here that doesn't even like do anything because there's so much more colder air filtering in.
Right. It's just wasting money.
Yeah. Right. So I think I'm gonna put in another work request just for that sake. You know what I mean? Just how
so it won't fall off.
Yeah.
Right. I heard it last night. It was really bad. The wind.
Oh, the wind. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No, my own bedroom, because they only put the nylon covers in one of the air conditioners in the living room. My own bedroom has another air conditioner, and like I woke up and my room was a fucking freezer, man.
I think dorms are always like that.
Like not very well insulated. You think?
I think that's what I've always experienced. Honestly, it's always been cold in my room at college. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just remember like being able to walk around in shorts and shit, whatever.
We didn't have built-in heaters, so it wasn't like awful. Like there wasn't cold air coming in constantly. Yeah,
right. I remember at least in my case being able to walk around and like hanging out in my room in shorts in the middle of the dead winter, because the heating was efficient. Tuesday morning, having some nice coffee, and about to get my day started, my day going in a couple hours. That's when I go into the office and get shit done.
Right.
You want to update our lovely viewers, I guess listeners, on our performance in the Rocket League tournament, dude?
Oh yeah. I guess we didn't play since last time we recorded, but yeah, we definitely lost pretty bad. You got the COVID shot though, so you had like gotten COVID that day. So which probably wasn't helping your performance,
Dude. Okay, yeah. Not to get too much into it, but holy shit, man! I got the first dose of the COVID shot last Thursday, and the next day I felt wiped out, man. Like inexplicably wiped out. Like my arm was incredibly sore, but not only that, but like I felt kind of like fatigue that I don't remember ever feeling in my life, because it's not like I hadn't done anything, dude, but all I wanted to do was just like lay down and like stare at the ceiling or at the wall or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, and I went out just because I didn't, I woke up and I wasn't expecting to like feel like this, you know what I mean? Like I went to bed and I'm like, all right, tomorrow I'm going to do this and this and that, and it'll be that. But like so like I woke up and I went out to like, to the central office where I work to like do some training and whatever, which is like 10 minutes away from where I live. And I walked over there and I was like, wow. Like, as I was walking, I'm like, I feel like garbage, And I was there for like a half hour and then I came back and I told my bosses, right? I told them, like, yeah, like I got the COVID shot yesterday and I feel really bummed out and whatever. They're like, yeah, we've all had them and like we know how it feels. So you can like just go home and like rest for the rest of the day. And they didn't have to tell me twice. That's exactly what I did. Not only because I was able to, but because I really couldn't bring myself to do a whole lot else, man.
Yeah.
Like I was basically like on and off sleep. I woke up and like took a shower just to be ready for the day, but like I immediately fell back asleep until like 10 in the morning. Whatever. Went to the office for training at like 11:30. Got back home at like 12, and I was on and off sleep until like 4 in the afternoon. And I had gotten a decent night's sleep too overnight.
Well, I don't think we would have won even if you weren't sick. But
Probably not.
Because you were, we definitely lost by a lot.
Yeah. I know I was definitely a little bit more out of it than I otherwise probably would have been,
But you know what? Nick Kirshner also lost. So
he did?
You could say we're about as good as Nick Kirshner.
Right.
I always find that surprising when people are better than Nick. Like, of course, there's professional players, but Nick's just always the best Rocket League player I've known. So it's weird that there's people who are like significantly better than he is that aren't even pros,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, right? Like, it's weird to think about there being just like other, and so I don't want to, because the word casual has like a connotation. I just mean casual as in like you don't play the game to like earn a living. Yeah, to like earn a living. Maybe you play for money. Maybe you like go into tournaments that I actually like have some kind of like monetary payout.
Right.
But like not enough that it would be like you could make like a living out of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's wild to think about. People putting in that amount of time into that game to be as good or better than Nick Kirshner. Yeah, is definitely.
I mean, it makes sense. The game is so much older than when Nick started playing.
So I guess all those people who like picked it up as soon as it was like released or whatever.
Yeah,
all that much time.
Played like the beta. Maybe they even played the old Supersonic Battle racing game.
Yeah, right.
It's just crazy how good people are at video games, honestly.
And it's just like the skill ceiling in that game is just, it seems like infinite.
Yeah, it's really high.
There's so much shit you can learn how to do.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Owen sent a picture.
Oh man!
Goddamn, I'm at work.
Right.
It's a face swap.
Oh my god, that is fucking awful.
Yeah, so I guess someone was trying to do a face swap with their Care Bear doll, but they've been photobombed by a creepy, shadowy figure in the background, and it actually detected that figure and face swapped the girl with the figure. So she just looks like her face was like burnt off, and she has no nose. And her face is just kind of floating in the background on this like creepy silhouette.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Thanks, that is a little funny. Thank you, Owen. Thank you, Owen, for complying with your contractual obligations.
Even at work.
Yeah, even while you're at work. Dude, you want to know what I've been thinking about?
I want to know what you've been thinking about. Yeah, tell me.
Do you think it's kind of predatory how large the download files for all those damn Call of Duty games are? Like, do you think that at a certain point it just becomes like purposeful, right? Like every update and whatever is as large as it is, so that you kind of have to see yourself obligated in a way to like rid yourself of other game files and whatever, so you can like download the Call of Duty files and you can play Call of Duty.
Oh, maybe I hadn't thought about it.
You ever think? No, you hadn't thought about it. Yeah,
I just thought they were fucking lazy.
Yeah, I mean, because there's so many other like competitive games like that you can play that are free to play now, that aren't nearly as large and that are pretty much just as popular too. You know what I mean? But
Call of Duty isn't like the huge thing it used to be.
Right. But then it's forcing you to like get rid of like a bunch of other shit. I mean, I'm sure there's people who like constantly have to like evaluate what they're keeping in their hard drive so that they can like keep downloading the fucking updates. Because I've heard there's some updates for that game that are like upwards of like 200 like gigs.
Yeah, in addition to the fucking base game.
Yeah, right. Which is, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how big my PlayStation is. I don't think it's much bigger than like 512 gigs, like, and if this one singular game is taking up, for one download, it's taking up 200 gigs, like that's already half my storage, man.
Yeah, that's why I never played Warzone. It just takes up so much space.
Right. And like like there's not even a what the hell is Warzone? It's just like a couple maps and like a couple of guns.
Yeah, it's like I guess the maps are designed for it because they're huge, but
They're
it's
huge.
the same guns. I don't know. There can't be that much code to justify taking up that much room if you already have the game.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, of course, I'm no programmer, but like, I don't know, man. There's just so many other huge games, you know what I mean? That I just can't imagine the download files of that game to be justified. You know, I don't know. It's just hard for me to believe.
I mean, people do like make fun of them for it.
Yeah,
it was a big meme when it came out. But yeah, I don't think people even care about it anymore. I think people are just bored. And like the hardcore people obviously are just going to keep playing.
And like, everyone's still kind of stuck at home regardless, right? So like,
yeah.
And it's like because it's free to play, because it's multiplayer, just kind of like social.
Oh, I meant the real Call of Duty.
Whatever
you want to call it.
I don't even know if I didn't even know that they were still making them, dude, to be honest.
Yeah, they made well, it's been like I don't know how long ago Cold War 3 came out. What is it called? Black Ops 4?
I don't think it was even aware. I thought people were just still only playing Warzone, man.
Well, Warzone is like a standalone game.
Yeah, the free one, huh?
You like download it and then you boot up your Call of Duty disc, and then in the Call of Duty menu, you click on Warzone, and then it just loads Warzone anyways if you want to play Warzone.
Oh, no way.
The past Call of Duty and the recent Call of Duty both have a link to Warzone in them.
Gotcha.
It's just like its own thing, so I don't even know why it's tied to the other games.
Right. Did you ever try it out at least?
No, it's so big. I didn't want to download it.
Yeah. No, I mean that's totally fair and understandable. I was just curious if you'd ever like
dabbled. I might have like my friend might have been playing it and I like tried it, but no, I've never like tried to play it with other people or something or anything like that.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. There's something I was thinking about, right? Just considering how there are, like your base PlayStations can barely even hold those games anymore. You know what I mean? So I was just thinking if whatever, right? Like it's not some sort of like conspiracy or anything, but I was just thinking like it could it possibly be, at some point purposeful, to just like try to get yourself like try to get you to get rid of like a bunch of other files that you might have on your PlayStation, so you can like just have Call of Duty and you just have to play Call of Duty or whatever. Yeah.
Or they're just adding so much of stupid bullshit skins or whatever that it's taking up that much space because they're not adding features or whatever. It's
like game modes,
adding things you can buy.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Fuck, man. Yeah.
I'm sure there's like bug fixes and whatnot, but by and large, they just want to sell you skins and and you can have like a Doritos smoking weed or whatever on your gun, and people will pay $20.
Yeah, holy shit, man. Well, I got the new Mario game, dude. The one on the Switch.
Right.
I guess new in quotation marks because I guess not necessarily
the remaster.
The remaster, yeah.
Prepare to Die edition.
Right. That's the title of the episode, Super Mario 3D World. There you go. I mean, dude, fucking whatever, right? You can say whatever about Nintendo and how they like keep re-releasing whatever the ports of the Wii U for like even more expensive prices than they were originally released. Whatever, right? There's like a bunch of shit you can say and like it's totally justified too, like I'm not gonna say it's not. But fuck me if the game isn't like adorable and like just fucking fun to play, man. You know what I mean?
I think there is, enough changes to call it a new game. I don't know if it should be full price, but
yeah,
they've definitely improved some stuff.
Right. Mechanically, they changed around some stuff. They like made the game faster and things.
And they added more content.
And they added that Bowser's Fury, whatever, which I haven't gotten around to playing it yet, just because I want to get through the other game before. But I understand that it's just about 5 or 6 hours long if you want to like get all the stars or whatever they're called, which I think is a chunky amount of time.
Like DLC.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a chunky amount of time. And what would a like a DLC pack go for these days? Like $6 maybe? Just about
for a Mario game, not Mario game expensive.
Right.
So probably like $20.
Yeah, fuck me.
Does Mario even ever have DLC though? Like not really.
Yeah, that
I can't think of it.
Will it? Is that what you said?
No, has it ever? Like this doesn't count really.
No, it doesn't. People have been like fucking calling for DLC for Odyssey, which I think at this point, 24 years, 4 years after, I don't think it's coming anymore.
Yeah, I think at some point Nintendo won't do this because they're shitlords, but you just gotta
Right.
release the modding tools and let people do what they want.
Right, make their own shit.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, games like fucking Mario Kart have had DLC, but I don't even think that counts.
Have they? I don't even remember that.
Well, on the Wii U anyway, because I think the one that you got on Switch had everything included. But if you got it on the Wii U, you could get like Link and like Inkling.
Oh, I didn't know that you had to pay for that.
Yeah, dude.
It's a little news about the Wii U.
Yeah, there were DLC characters. I mean, as far as I remember, I think they were. I think you could also like get fucking like Mercedes cars or whatever the hell for some reason.
You have to pay for advertisements? Rocket League gives you the advertisements for free.
Yeah, go figure, dog. Maybe not. I think that makes sense. Maybe not. But like knowing Nintendo, I guess I wouldn't put it past them to like actually have you pay for a Mercedes car,
Yeah, I do remember the trailer of Donkey Kong driving like a Mercedes. Now that you mention
it. Right.
All right, can we talk about how this game on the eShop, this awful game that, what is it called? Secondary Sword or something?
I really don't remember what it's called. I know the game.
You.
I know the game, but I don't remember what it's called. You wanna introduce the topic?
I just found this game on YouTube randomly that this guy was playing, and like he was talking about it. And this was in Japanese, so I might have not totally understood what he was saying, but he was basically saying that the music was ripped from Zelda, but it still got put on the Nintendo eShop. And it was like a big controversial, and it's also really shit, so it's kind of a meme. It's called Final Sword. So the developer made this like shitty 3D model Unity looking game with stolen Nintendo assets, and then got the game released for real money on the Nintendo platform. Yeah, which is insane.
Yeah,
that's when we were talking about this with you, like how Nintendo eShop just has no quality control.
And like this is like the absolutely most blatant example, right?
Yeah, it's literally stealing from Nintendo, and it's Zelda songs are very iconic.
Yeah, you can't miss them. Not only that, but it also just gets weird because there's so much controversy about Nintendo pulling down like fan-made projects and whatever over the internet, for like whatever bullshit.
People don't sell those.
People don't even monetize off of them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They'll like make a cool Smash mod and Nintendo be like, "Oh no, fuck you, whatever."
Yeah,
like take it down. And then these assholes like put in literal fucking Ocarina of Time music in there, and like they'll still let them sell it on there. I need to know if this is still in there. Is it still in there? Do you know?
So I think it was removed, and then they just took out the music, and Nintendo let them put it back up for some reason. So
oh my god, man!
I think you can still buy it.
Yeah, Final Sword returns to Japanese Switch eShop.
It's called Definitive Edition when they took out the music. without copyright infringement.
That's fucking funny, man. But yeah, I mean, it's still weird that they would let you like just re-upload it and like let you keep making money off it, like despite the fact that I wonder if there probably weren't any reparations paid, because otherwise they would have probably like gone bankrupt.
Right.
I don't think Nintendo would have like sued them for little money. They've sued fucking ROM websites for a lot, for like insane amounts of money.
Even if it wasn't theft, if you just look at the game is ugly as hell and not very fun. Doesn't need to be on Switch. It probably doesn't deserve to be on Switch, not to be mean, but the developers also was stealing assets, so I'm not going to be that nice to them. Like, it looks like ass, and I was watching the guy play, and it plays like ass. So you like get your first quest, and you can just walk to the boss, and he goes to it, and he's like, he spent 20 minutes literally fighting the boss because he does so little damage, and then he just like,
oh man,
he got hit twice and ended up killing him. And then he reads like the quest log, and it says you should be level 5 before you go do this. So he just like goes and grinds for half an hour, and you just like go beat up slimes in a field, and there's nothing to do, and it looks hideous the whole time. So there's like games like that on the Switch that are just complete garbage.
Yeah, it's even hard to browse because I think we've talked about it on the show how like a lot of their shit tends to just like get booted upwards of like the shop because a lot of shit sells for like $1 or whatever, and like people people for like YouTube videos who just like fuck around. They'll just buy shitty games for like $1, or like I guess a kid who just has $1 to spend and like doesn't want to fucking. They'll buy all these games for like $1 and they'll boot these games up, right? So like when you're trying to like actually find like a decent game, it's even harder to navigate the fucking eShop because all this bullshit is, like finds its way up to the top of every list.
Yeah, and all the sales are games nobody wanted, severely discounted.
Right.
So
right. Like 90% discount.
There's just no way to go find something new on the eShop, honestly. You should just look it up on your computer or phone and then go type it into the search bar.
Right, exactly. You just search for it. Yeah, exactly. You can't like effectively browse the eShop. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Yeah.
Even if I found something that looks interesting, I probably wouldn't trust it without looking it up anyways on some other source.
Right. So how's our Kirby golf matchup looking like, you think?
I think you're better at the game.
Okay. I mean, I've only played it like for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, me too.
I think you might have a couple of minutes. I think you might have a couple more minutes.
I've finished the game before. I'll say that.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
Yeah, we tried to play that, but you were in a different continent. Is that a different continent? I'm not sure if it's Central America.
I would say it's a different region, though. At least.
Okay, you're definitely far away.
In terms of servers, I would say it counts as a different region. I think.
Yeah, so we had like 1 billion ping in it. I don't think the Nintendo NES online is that good anyways.
Yeah.
So it just kept disconnecting.
Yeah, and like it was moving at like 1 frame per minute at some point.
Which it's not something you can do because you have to stop the meter at the right time because it's a golf game.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, thankfully I am in the United States now, and maybe this Kirby golf match is something that we can pick up sometime soon.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because you keep asking me about it and I want it to be over with. I want to go play Dragon Ball with Owen or something.
We haven't played Dragon Ball in a while, man.
It's probably like updates. I hate that when I don't play a game forever. And then I want to play it again, but there's updates.
Oh, yeah.
I don't play the game.
Right, because you're like, oh, you know what? I should play this game now. And there's like a huge update. It'll take like 15 minutes to download or whatever and be like, fuck this shit. I can do something else. with this time. And they just never update it. You never play the fucking game.
Yeah, It's a vicious cycle.
Speaking of updates, did you ever play you don't own Bloodstained, do you? Like the big one?
Real Bloodstained?
Yeah.
No. No.
Fuck, man. I do own it, but like the port on Switch is so shit that like I just hesitate to come back to it ever. There was like a big update, not even that recently, like a couple of months ago even, I think, that they kind of, in the engine of like the Ritual of the Night, they kind of made a game that plays more in the style of Classicvania. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like stages, and like your traditional stage where you like start and move to the right and like whip shit and get the weapons.
I heard about that.
I really should try that. I don't know if that would run any better on the Switch than like the actual main game,
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's not as like big or open or whatever. Maybe it would.
I do wonder what the point is.
Because there is also the other Bloodstained games.
Yeah, and your sprite is like huge comparatively, and the one with the new graphics.
Right.
Like, I don't know, the old one is just designed to handle that already from the ground up. Why not just make an additional level for that instead of this weird thing? I haven't played it,
Yeah, I guess I don't.
Good. I'm just saying I don't get it.
I guess I don't even know how lengthy the campaign is. Like, I don't know if it's just a one level just for shits and giggles, or if it's like a decent campaign, like 5 or 6 levels or whatever. Yeah, I really should give that shit a shot. Just again, because I don't really understand the concept of it either. So like, if I played it, I'd be like, oh, so this is how it works, and this is why it's cool, and whatever.
Right. I don't particularly like how it looks anyways, the game. So
it's weird, man, because like, I don't know. I guess I just bought into it because around the time that like it was supposed to come out, it was around the time where I was just playing all those Game Boy Advance games, the Castlevania games. And I like fucking loved all of them, So I just got like really excited and like bought into the hype. But once I like got, and I don't know if it's just like the misfortune that I got the Switch port, but like I found that it doesn't, for that kind of game, dude. I feel like staying 2D would have just made it look a little better. You know what I mean? Like some kind of sprite art. not necessarily like 8-bit, but like just some kind of sprite art, something more akin to like Blasphemous or whatever. I think Blasphemous looks fucking gorgeous, and I think that's something that they could have gone with.
I don't even really like how Blasphemous looks, but I think it has good art direction. So
right.
I definitely rather play that.
Yeah. And there's like a couple of like enemies too that again, I know that this is just I think one of the fucking like Kickstarter pledges or whatever, if you pledged a certain amount of money, you were able to like get your pet in there. So like some of the enemies are just like big dogs or like big cat faces or whatever,
right.
Which like is like goofy and silly, and I get it, it's quirky, whatever. But like it also just like clashes, man. You know what I mean? There was just so much hype about it, and it just ended up being like another Symphony of the Night without like taking all. And like I understand, right? Like I understand that I'm struggling to like say what I mean, because like fucking you have Shovel Knight, right? And like sure, Shovel Knight is a traditional platformer, 2D, whatever, but like it just has so much of its own personality. It is your action platformer, your traditional 8-bit action platformer, whatever, but I think it does enough different to give itself like its own personality, you know what I mean? To like warrant itself its own universe and whatever. Separating itself from like its inspirations like Mega Man and whatever, you know what I mean? Whereas I think at least Ritual of the Night, as far as I've played it, doesn't seem to do as much as Shovel Knight did to separate itself from its inspirations, right? This just Ritual of the Night just feels like another sequel that doesn't just Ritual of the Night feels like Mega Man 3 to Mega Man 2, you know what I mean? Ritual of the Night feels like that to like Symphony of the Night or whatever, if that makes sense.
Yeah, except they changed all the cutscenes to be less interesting.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, I mean the cutscenes. Yeah.
The cutscenes in Symphony of the Night are amazing. They're like a crime against voice acting, but they're funny. Yeah. The dialogue is legitimately pretty cool.
Yeah, they're like charming, right? Yeah. Then this is just like it does have David Hayter, which is always cool, but like whatever. I guess I'm struggling to like find a way to describe it because I hadn't thought about this until I just brought it up. But like I guess what I would say is that, right? It doesn't seem to be doing enough to like warrant like a whole other game. You know what I mean? I guess like sure, it's nice to have like a new Metroidvania, but I don't know. I guess I was just I certainly never felt compelled to go back to it in the way that I felt compelled to go back to like fucking Aria of Sorrow. You know what I mean?
I haven't really played it, but I don't have any interest in it compared to the real Castlevanias.
Right,
which I guess is the issue.
Right. Exactly. You know what I mean? There's when I was playing Aria of Sorrow at the GBA, like I ate that shit up. Whereas for Bloodstain, I don't know, man. I just had a really hard time fucking like engaging with it, and I hadn't because I can't really quite pinpoint why. But that's just kind of where I'm at.
Though the NES style one, I like a little less than Castlevania 1, but like it's still really good. And that's like also very unabashedly just the same. But I guess it is different. It's more like Castlevania 2 or something.
Right.
Or not 2, sorry, 3. I just consider Castlevania 3 to be the real Castlevania 2.
Right. Right. But then I guess you're right, because they just feel like sequels too. But yeah, I don't. But I guess those do enough in the sense that like I don't even know what I'm trying to.
You're right. It's more innovative. You have
right, like
and weapons and stuff, and they all have their own weapons. And also, I never really played Castlevania 3, so it's more unique to me.
But I'm thinking just like even like what they're able to do visually. You know what I mean? Like the bosses are huge and they're cool to fight because they're so big and they have so many different like attack patterns and animations and stuff.
And the music's better, I would say.
The music's right, exactly. So like even these like little, even if it's just like visual things, I feel like that in itself warrants its existence, right? Because like the original Castlevanias weren't able to do anything like that just because of the hardware limitations of the NES and whatnot.
Yeah.
I feel like anything that you could do in Ritual of the Night with its art style, you could do and maybe have it look a little better in Symphony of the Night's art style, you know? So like,
I'll say the thing to take away probably is that if you get all this money, the like stretch goal side game that you just made up because you were getting too much money and you need to justify getting an obscene amount of money should not be better than the real game by any means.
Right.
How did that happen?
Exactly. That's not right. And they like released a sequel to the stupid side game
There's not a sequel to the real game.
Right. Like, come on, man, you know.
Yeah, and maybe that's also just a credit to the developers of the side game. We're doing a really good job because they were, but still, it's like there should be some correlation between how much money goes into something and the quality of the outgoing product.
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, it seems like it's not the case these days with video games.
Yeah. Inti Creates, which is the people who developed the what the hell is the other Bloodstained game called? I forget, man.
Curse of the Moon.
Curse of the Moons. Inti Creates developed Curse of the Moon. And Inti Creates also developed fucking Mighty Number 9. You know that?
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny, dude.
Yeah, how fucked up. I would even go as far to say as Inti Creates worked on Mega Man's 9 and 10. I think I could be wrong. Inti.
I mean, that sounds like something they would want for their Kickstarter credentials for Mighty Number 9.
Yeah. No, they worked on the Mega Man Zero series. That's what they did. Oh yeah, look at this. Mega Man 9 action platformer developed by Capcom and Inti Creates. Damn, that's wild because Mega Man 9 is fucking good. And then you have fucking
Mighty Number 9.
Mighty Number 9.
Not.
Right.
I guess I haven't played it myself. It just seems like it's a pretty consensual agreement between every human that it's awful.
Yeah, and it just looks garbagey. You know what I mean? Like it
does
just
look kind of cheap.
Yeah. Like Mega Man 11. Like sure, Mega Man 11 is like published or produced by Capcom or whatever. So like the budget's probably a little higher. But damn, it just looks so much better. Even like Mighty Number 9 just doesn't look good.
Doesn't Mega Man 11 cost less money too?
Probably. I think Mega Man 11 like released for like $30.
I'm pretty sure Mighty Number 9 was more.
Was it like 60? Holy shit, man.
Well, because you have to pledge money to get it.
Right.
To get it cheap. I mean, I could look it up. It's not going to be $60 anymore.
Yeah.
Price release.
Right.
Yeah, it's on sale on Steam. It's $20, but it's on sale.
You look up Mighty Number 9 on Google. Like, you know how you get the people also ask section and whenever you search whatever on Google?
Yeah.
The first question that I get is Mighty Number 9 really that bad? Because there's like a big thing about how they weren't able to make all the ports that they promised, which is probably a good thing. But also like
it's like
other
scam.
kinds of
if you don't give people a port, if you have an Xbox.
Well, yeah, right. I mean, sure. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I just mean a good thing, as in like, just in the sense of like developing a more competent game for like the platforms that it actually was released on. But like, I mean, you're totally right. It's bullshit that people didn't get the ports on the consoles that they wanted.
Right.
But there was also like, I think people who pledged a certain amount of money were like supposed to get like some kind of like toy or doll or like statue model, whatever. And those never happened either, I think, is what I kind of remember. This is a big fucking
Kickstarter is so fucked up. Did you watch Cam's video? He was talking about his experience with this Kickstarter to me.
Yeah.
He like backed it like a decade
like a billion years ago.
Yeah. And then they finally just made the game after radio silence for years and years. And then they said they were going to send it to him. And then they ran out of games.
That's fucked up, man. That's the most fucked up thing I've heard. And he also ordered like the keypad or whatever, right? Like
like the special edition.
That's fucked up, man. I only know about that game because I watch a lot of GameSack, and GameSack reviewed it like a few months ago.
I would be shocked. I was shocked that even if I like ordered a game 10 years later, it just like comes out after no information. Like I'd just be shocked they even thought to not just steal my money. I would think it was just a scam.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, right. At that point, I would have even forgotten probably too,
Yeah, I bet he did. I don't remember.
Right. There's also that Kickstarter game that I just found out that I've been sending you all these dumbass jokes about.
Which one?
Did you even look it up at all? I remember that it has the word Portals in it, but I forget what the actual title is.
Portal. No, I didn't know it was a Kickstarter game. I thought it was just some stupid, shitty game. You're talking about
Portals.
Making fun of Spencer.
Kickstarter. Yeah. What the fuck is that called? Fantasy Portals? That's not it.
Fantasy Portals? I don't know.
No, that's not it. What the fuck is it? I need to fucking...
I'll just search WhatsApp for Portal. Enchanted Portals.
Dude, if you look up like the stupid Kickstarter like YouTube trailer, it's like a fucking Cuphead clone, man.
Oh, let me look.
And not only, but like it's a Cuphead clone and like a similar kind of art style and whatever, but like it's all animated in Flash, so it just like looks worse. So why would you kickstart a game that is a clone of another game that doesn't even look as good as the original game.
When the
you know
point
what I
of
mean?
Cuphead is that it looks really good.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Wow, it's
And
super a Cuphead clone.
Right. Yeah.
It's super clever. Wow. I mean, it doesn't look awful, but yeah, it's definitely just a Cuphead ripoff.
Right, exactly. You know, exactly. It looks like a game that'll probably play competently, but like, why the fuck would you start a Kickstarter game about it?
Yeah. Oh, they even took the flying. They even ripped off the flying from Cuphead. The worst part of Cuphead.
Right. Yeah, like the airplane levels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Whatever.
Yeah. No, it's fucking garbage. And the Kickstarter has since been taken down. I think.
Really?
I don't know why. I think supposedly, like the last news that I read, which were from like a year ago, that they might be like reaching an agreement with the publisher. That's what the news said.
Mm.
But I don't know that I want to believe that, you know.
Well, good luck to them with their unoriginal game idea.
Right. Shit, man. I don't know. Do you got anything else you want to bring to the table?
Not that I think of right now.
Well, shit, dude. I mean, that's... Oh, okay, do you prefer Beppis or Conk, dude?
Is it like actually or no? They're just like the words.
I don't know, dude. You interpret that question as you wish.
Beppis.
Okay.
It's funnier.
Okay, yeah, I think I would have gone for Beppis too. Although I will say, I think I had a stupid poll on my Instagram about Beppis or Conk a while ago, and I think it was pretty even, which was surprising to me.
Damn, yeah, I think Beppis is just an excellent word.
Right. Well, yeah, shit, man. That's all I have for today, dog. I don't know if you have anything.
Nah, I mean, I should get ready to go anyways. I'm leaving soon.
What the hell did you learn today, dog?
That's a good question. Oh, I learned that the developers of Bloodstained Curse of the Moon worked on not only real Mega Man games, but Mighty Number 9.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I learned that shit too. Yeah.
Oh, but you told it to me.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure. I thought for a second that I was wrong, but then I looked it up.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. What the hell did I learn today, dude? What did you talk about?
Let's see. I talked about that game Secondary.
Yeah, which I already knew about.
Yeah, I was shocked that you knew about it because I was just browsing YouTube and this Japanese video of this dude with like not many views playing a terrible video game. Right. Like, yeah, there's no way Daniel's heard of this.
All right, fun fact of the day. Where is the Declaration of Independence kept? The Declaration of Independence, I already know this shit. All right. How many miles does a professional basketball player run in a game? Basketball NBA players run nowhere near the offside at 5 miles per game. According to stats, the player who ran the farthest per game in 2012 was Luol Deng of the Chicago Bulls.
How far did you run?
2.72 miles.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I learned that shit. It's funny that fucking Luol Deng of all people would be the one that has this fucking record or whatever.
I'm shocked they stat that.
Yeah, damn. It's wild. But yeah, that's what I learned today.
All right. Well, thank you, Owen, for sending in the image, even at work.
Yeah.
And we'll be here next week. We hope to see you then.
Fuck Spencer for stealing that goal that one time.
Yeah, maybe if Spencer beats Secker, I'll start talking to him again.
Right. Yeah. Thanks, dog. I appreciate your time, man. It was a good time.
Yeah. All right. See you.
Hey, Lamau.
Hey, Lamau.